Hello, my name is Brian McKitrick, and I'm a PhD candidate at the University of Melbourne in the School of Engineering. My research topic and focus is on Let's Play communities of people sharing and creating Let's Plays. Now, by definition, Let's Plays are recordings of gameplay with commentary from the player. This usually means video games with voiced commentary. Of the channels on YouTube, Let's Play channels make up most of the top 10 most popular. You may be familiar with people like PewDiePie, Markiplier, or Jacksepticeye. However, my research focuses on the Something Awful forum, specifically the Something Awful Let's Play subforum, which did not exist until 2007. Let's Plays before then were originally posted in the main games forum, and in 2007 they received their own subforum for posting in them. Despite being the birthplace of Let's Play, the subforum has not been the focus of a great deal of research, which was what my research project intends to fulfill. My research will examine three major elements of Let's Plays: the artifacts of Let's Plays themselves, the cultural and community practices that produce them, and the platforms that are used to support them. The main research question I seek to answer with my research is, how did Let's Play emerge as a paratextual practice and gaming entertainment artifact from the production practices of the Something Awful community? And how did Let's Play then transition to a commercial practice outside of Something Awful? This is broken down further into three separate questions. What are the conventions for artifacts of Let's Plays, and how has that changed over time? What are the cultural norms and practices around sharing, viewing, and interacting with Let's Play artifacts in the Something Awful forums community, and how have they changed over time? And how have the platforms that form the foundation of the genre informed the way that Let's Play artifacts have been shared or generated? For this research project, I have planned three separate studies to collect data for analysis. The first study was a series of semi-structured interviews with members of the Something Awful Let's Play community. I conducted these from January to February of this year and managed to interview 34 out of 54 individuals that I initially contacted. Questions were designed to allow for opportunities for follow-up responses about their motivations for joining the forums, what it was like participating in creating Let's Plays, or what they sought or enjoyed about Let's Plays that led to different levels of participation. One of the initial findings I found was an interesting spread of gender identities within the forums. While recent events on Something Awful have potentially changed these numbers, since these were collected in January and February of this year, there is a large number of non-cisgender individuals on the forums, or who originally started on the forums and transitioned while there. Another finding from the series of interviews was the sentiment held by lots of members during the early years of the forums that led to exclusionary practices for newcomers, most commonly referred to by the phrase, "What are you bringing to the table?" This is something that I've found during the coding and analysis of the interview transcripts. The next study, to begin within a month or so of this recording, is to data scrape the forums themselves to analyze the trends and changes in behavior from a quantitative perspective. We'll be looking for where rules were created and enforced, or where they were broken and changed, what trends happened in terms of styles of games or types of commentary based on textual analysis of the threads themselves. Once this is complete, the third study is to combine the results from studies 1 and 2 and identify key periods of history within the forums themselves. Once that is done, I will be using those key points to compare it to what was happening on YouTube and other communities at the time, contemporary to them. This will allow me to identify where, or even if, behaviors in creating Let's Plays or content creation on the forums migrated over to YouTube, and how YouTube communities adapted or changed them in their migration. Ultimately, this research is intended to document the history and development of the Something Awful Let's Play community, and its role in defining the practices and norms of the LP as a genre of online content. It will also provide a counterpoint to existing literature that focuses on YouTube's celebrity status, giving context to how LP became commercialized when adopted by YouTube. It will also demonstrate modern forms of cultural capital in online spaces, and how those forms have changed in the